Hello everybody, this is Furry Bob here and welcome back to F1 2015. Yeah, this thing is now back. I've been able to get my iPad Air out of a memory crisis and now it has plenty of memory and enough memory to record videos once again. So we are back here on F1 2015 and we're going to be continuing on with the 2014 season. So, of course we have the usual stuff. However, we're going to bump up the difficulty a bit. We're going to go to medium difficulty. And, alright, that should be it. Okay, we're ready to go. So, the next race that we're going to be going to is in Bahrain. So this should be an interesting race. Especially with the difficulty turned up. We'll see how much harder it is. Oh man, I was gonna do a practice run.
It's 6 o'clock here local time and the sun is starting to set. Welcome to qualifying in Bahrain. Before the cars take to the track to start qualifying, who are you expecting to have a good session today?
Well, I certainly think Sebastian will be strong here. He really loves this circuit, and as long as he has the car performance, you can expect him to be right up there challenging for pole.
This race is gonna be interesting because I'll admit that I have never driven on this track in any game in my life. So I'm driving on this track for the first time ever and without a practice session. So I'm just gonna go into this qualifying and then the race nice and, you know, without knowing the track at all. So this race should be interesting, and we are underway for qualifying here at Bahrain. And also, this is a night race, so this should be interesting, and they brake too late for the corner. That's gonna hurt. Alright, I wasn't looking at the track, and there goes Nico Rosberg. Alright, now I'm in last. Come on, I don't want to start at the back. The back is a terrible place to start. Come on. Man, the brake lockup, I hate it. I'm so used to playing without brake lockup. But in this game, I can't seem to figure out how to turn that off. If I qualify last, I'm just gonna start qualifying. You know, there's no way that I'm gonna catch up to him. So we're gonna start qualifying. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to, you know, keep up if I have this bad of a car or this bad of a time. So let's try again, shall we? And once again, we're underway here for qualifying here at Bahrain. This time I'm going to get on the brakes earlier. There we go, much better. Much better entry to that corner. Alright, now I'm back into third. Yep. Alright. At least we're up there in the qualifying. Like so far we're in second. I haven't been able to get first. I want to try to get first. He's right there. I can't seem to get up to him, and I don't know how to turn on the DRS. So, alright, that's a thing. Okay, I braked a bit early, but nope. It helps me to get back into the first place in qualifying. Yeah. So yeah, even though I'm driving this track without knowing anything about the track, I mean, not knowing anything about where to brake and stuff. This is one reason why I have the braking line turned on, because it helps me figure out when I should brake. So this way, I'm not constantly overdriving the corner. There we go. Alright, now we're pulling to a nice lead. And after a struggle in the first try, this time around we will qualify first. Fantastic. And the phone's ringing in the background.
What a session it's been for Mercedes today. They've locked the front row of the grid for tomorrow's race.
They've really worked hard this weekend, and it seems they've been able to set up the cars perfectly today. Whether this will translate into race pace tomorrow, well, we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, what was I gonna say? Yeah, well, I haven't really used a custom setup. This is basically the default setup, which is still good enough for racing against the opponents on a lower difficulty. Yeah, so, hang on, let me close the door, because there's a thing going on outside. Alright, there we go. Alrighty, so, let's get to this next race. F1 2015. Even though this is 2000.
Hello and welcome from the Bahrain International Circuit here in Sakhir, where the drivers are down on the grid, going through the last checks with their engineers before we can get underway. We knew this was a track that suited the Mercedes well, but no one would have expected that Lewis Hamilton would have created such a gap to his rivals in qualifying. If he stays out of trouble and the car continues to perform, well, victory should surely be a formality.
He'll want to stay out of trouble over the first few laps, but he'll be determined not to let any cars past him. If he can maintain that position once everything's settled down, he'll have a massive advantage and be able to control the race.
It was a good win last time out for Lewis Hamilton, who will still be feeling buoyant going into today's race. He knows he's got the beating of the rest of the field as long as he doesn't hit any reliability issues with his Mercedes.
Well, Lewis can beat anyone on his day. His pace has been second to none at times. He just has a knack of finding those extra tenths which others can't. I'm expecting him to be particularly strong at the end of the stints today.
You know, that aerial view at the very beginning of the introduction, we could clearly see that it was the end of the world, which is kind of scary, actually. So let's take a look at the racing strategy. Alright, same as always. So let's get into this race. Alright, and green flag in the air here in Bahrain. We have a 14-lap race. Difficulty is going to be set a bit higher for this one. Let's see how this race is going to play out. It's a night race, and it's the first night race of the Formula 1 season. I know there's about 3 or 4 night races in the season. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe there's only 2 night races in the Formula 1 season, but I don't know. But we'll be getting more of an explorative type thing when we play out this season. But this is the first night race of the season after the first 2 races, and we're already pulling away to quite the lead. Oh, yep. I said the difficulty to be higher, but I guess it just wasn't high enough still. Alright. And that, or maybe the AIs aren't just that good programmed at this track. Yeah. Alright, and boom. Going straight. But seriously, why? Yeah. So much for jumping into this track without not knowing anything about where to brake and stuff. I've already pulled away from the field. Well, this is probably going to be another boring race. This one's going to be the boring night race, which means I'm going to have to set the difficulty to be even harder for the next race. Oh, man. I wasn't expecting that. And brake. Oh, oops, I broke late for that corner, thankfully. I think the brake assist came in and saved me. Interesting. And here we go, around to complete the first lap. My lap time was 1 minute 42 seconds. Oh. It felt like it was shorter. And by the way, when I do the 350 subscriber special live stream, this is going to be one of the games that we play for that stream. So, but I'll have a full announcement video explaining what's going to happen in the 350 subscriber special live stream, which is going to be coming pretty soon. Probably going to be sometime this week. I'm not sure what time during the week, but I'll have a notification video saying so, and there we go, off the track. And we don't get a warning for off-track limits. Oh. Okay, sure. No warning for off-track limits. Sure. You can hear the noise of the rumble strip when you drive on it. Alright, this is another boring race. Yeah. I mean, I knew the opponents were going to be harder, but still not hard enough. In that case, let's go into chase field for a lap.
DRS is now enabled. Will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Okay. This chase field is literally the worst chase field of any game that I've played.
Right, we expect these tyres to be good for a while yet. Just be careful with them in high-speed corners.
Okay. This chase view is actually better, but still, you would rather pick one of the views that.
Green flag.
Okay, that was just a caution for a few seconds there, but whatever. This view is at least better. Alright, this view is definitely the most realistic out of them all. So I'm sure that a hardcore simulation gamer would be using this view most of the time. Probably all the time, actually. This view is also half interesting. Alright, oh there. Okay. Yeah. But, strangely enough, this view is the most popular view for F1 gamers. Like, if you see somebody playing F1 2015 or F1 2016 or whatever F1 game, they'll probably be using this view. Alright, that was excellent of me. They'll probably be using this view because, well, I don't know why. I guess people think it's the easiest view to drive in. Which, I agree. This view is easy to drive in. And, yeah, so I can't really complain about it. Yeah. Alright, I'm seriously pulling out to a big lead, and I just set the fastest lap of the race. Yep, I just set the fastest lap of the race. However, I wish that the AIs were more competitive. Maybe I should have just started at the back of the field. This way I would have to work my way up through the field, and it would make the race more exciting. Yeah. If you guys want me to not restart qualifying in future, do let me know. And whatever happens during one-shot qualifying is what happens, and it's where I'm going to start in the race. Because I'll probably start in last or the middle of the field, and I'll have to work my way up if I want to win the race. Yep, I'm already bored of this race, to be honest. I thought this race was going to be more exciting because of the turn-up difficulty. Apparently I was wrong. If the opponents are this bad, I guess they should have turned up to maximum difficulty, so I'll make sure to do that from now on. But this track is nice and easy to drive on. So this race is just going to be a walk in the park. Kinda sad, actually. I was hoping that because I would be setting the AI difficulty to be a higher level in this race, I was hoping that this race would be more competitive. But I was wrong. Now you said an even faster lap of this race. Every lap I've set a more faster lap.
About a quarter of our starting fuel is now being used, so about 3/4 remaining. 3/4.
Well, we don't care about fuel because the field doesn't seem to use itself up too much in this game. So it's basically just a worry of tire wear. Dun dun dun. And yeah, to be honest, I was expecting more out of this one. Okay. The brake lockup is real. Let's do some stuff. Hey, look, it's the back of us. Doesn't that look nice?
We expect the tyres are getting a bit warm at this point. You may notice a gradual loss in grip. They should still have a bit left though.
Sure. What? I didn't.
Well, they sent me an email that you disabled to find my iPad. You use your iPad, they won't be able to find it.
Oh.
So you should put it back. In case you use your iPad, they will be able to find it.
Sure.
The window has opened.
That was Mommy there. She came in to tell me about something. About the fact that I need to find my... Well, I mean, that's completely unrealistic. I meant the fact that I disabled location services because the fact that I basically backed up my iPad and reloaded it so this way I could get rid of all the memory. That was unnecessary, I should say. But hey, that's not too much of a big deal. Plus, I never have lost my iPad. Well, not too severely anyway. I mean, it's not like I left my iPad in a store or something like that, you know. Because, yeah. Because 24/7 my iPad is, well, not 24/7, but most of the time when I'm not doing work and stuff, my iPad is basically right next to me. I mean, and by work I mean go to school. Because, you know, in school I can't bring my iPad because someone will probably steal it and it won't be any use in school. Hitting this lap? I think that's what he said.
There's about a lap's worth of spare fuel in the car. You won't be able to run it mix 3 for long with that much, but do burn it if you need to.
Okay. Did he say pit this time by? Oh no. I'm sure that the lines on the... Okay, yep, we're gonna be pitting this time by, and we're just gonna fly in a pit road. Alright. And here we are on pit road to make our first and only pit stop of the race. Yeah. It's like in Forza where you can just fly on the pit road and you don't have to worry about any speeding penalty. Alright, come on. I wanna go. And...
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Dangerous driving? What do you mean dangerous driving? Did you mean because of the fact that I sped on the pit road?
Just made a pass for the lead.
Because, you know, I may have flew in the pit road, but the game slowed me down. But it didn't say that I got a penalty, so, I'm not worried. Okay, don't do that. I wasn't looking at the TV screen. Alright, well, we're back in place 7, but that will all change after the pit cycles happen, so, you know. I would add some excitement in this race and try to overtake these guys, but now I want to be safe. Because these guys are going to have to pit anyways, so I'll just overtake them anyways, so I'm just going to stay behind them and just wait till they go into pit road. DRS? DRS doesn't seem to work. Either that or I haven't figured out what button that DRS is. Again, if you guys have any idea what DRS, what the button for DRS on the Xbox controller is, then do tell me. Do tell me. Because I know.
Sector 2. Go for the overtake through Sector 2.
Overtake through Sector 2, okay. Not sure what you mean by that, but sure.
Fuel-wise, we have around 60% of our starting fuel remaining at this stage.
Oh. Well, we don't really care about our fuel.
Brake and tire taps are okay. Temperatures are looking good.
Alright, that looking really red. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad... Oh, okay. Alright, everybody goes to pit. We're now back in the lead by some mileage. Yep. This race has just been another long, boring drive, which means that I'm going to have to turn up the difficulty for the next race. At least I know that I'm getting better at this game. Because when I first got this game, I was pretty bad at it, but mainly because I used that silly chase fuel. If I had used this fuel, I would have been a lot better. So... But ever since the start of this gameplay series on YouTube, I've actually been getting better at this game. Basically because I've been using this fuel instead of that trashy chase fuel. Which is good. and plus the racing line is helping me out figure out when to brake. So now I know that even if I go to a track that I've never been on before in my life, I know that I won't be bad at it because of the braking line. Alright, I just cut that corner, but it didn't matter, okay. So, in this case, that before when the next race happens, I'm going to snap the difficulty to be even harder. But, if I can hold off the race lead, then this is going to be my 3rd win of the season in a row. But I want to make this race more interesting and have some races where I won't be able to win. Oh, oops, okay. And now I've got nothing more to say. This race has honestly been boring. Oh dear. Oh, okay. That caused some bit of issues.
Approximately 50% of our initial fuel load remaining. 50% remaining.
Okay, I wasn't looking at the game, which is why I drove into that wall. And, yeah, he says something about, fuel, but, not gonna matter too much, mainly because, well, the fuel always seems to last until the end of the race. I mean, alright, so I was fastest through that sector of the track. Good. Alright, brake hard. Okay. Also, I'm going to be going back to high school pretty soon. I mean, I'm going to be going to high school pretty soon. I mean, of course, I'm going to be going back to school pretty soon. I don't know. I'm just not excited for going back to school. I mean, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen when I go back to school. But hey. I don't know. I want to try not to think about school until it's time to go back to school. Thankfully, I don't have to study anything until I do go back to school. Because if I had to do some studies and stuff, then, well, stuff will be pretty bad. But when I do go to high school, there's gonna be this teacher there that's gonna be teaching me stuff that I was really confused when I went to middle school, because when I went to 8th grade, some of the teachers, they just didn't know how to teach. Like this one math teacher she just didn't know how to teach. That was the problem with her. So when I go to high school, there's gonna be this teacher here who's gonna basically help me catch up on what I missed in middle school. Yeah. And also, when I go to high school, I'm also going to be learning coding and stuff. So basically, I'm going to be learning game design. Then I could create my own game company. And I could create a game that would be better than NASCAR Heat Evolution. Because, you know, there was this one fanboy of NASCAR Heat Evolution who was basically hating on me, saying, "Oh, well, if you think Okay, we're down to 40% fuel, he says, but basically he said, well, if you think NASCAR Heat Evolution is so bad, why don't you create your own game? It'll probably be the worst thing I've ever seen. Yeah, obviously that guy was basically just an idiot of the internet. But, he did encourage me to do one thing. Well, encouraged me to do one thing in the future. That being, create a game that's gonna be better than NASCAR Heat Evolution. Because, you know, NASCAR Heat Evolution is, you know, a game that I've disliked ever since I saw how bad the graphics were. I mean, even though the graphics are improving, see, even this game looks better than NASCAR Heat Evolution. And I paid $20 for this game, used. Like I said before. Yeah.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Alright, fast lap of the race. Time to keep it up. Alright, brake, 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 hard, brake, brake. Okay, enough braking, let's go. So we have 3 laps remaining in the race.
Rosberg's dropped back by a full second last lap.
So now, yep, now I've ran out of things to say in this video. Oh! One thing that, well, I don't know if this is gonna happen or not, but, Alex might be coming over today, and, we have some plans to do another talk show live stream type thing. So that should be pretty fun. Playing with the throttle there, and now my feet are doing strange things. Even though this race has been boring, I've actually been able to make it through the race. You know, I'm in the lead, I haven't crashed, I haven't got any warnings. Well, maybe a slight warning, but no penalties at least. But the next race will definitely be more exciting because, of course, I'm going to be turning up the difficulty next time. So this way, the race isn't as easy as this, and it's not so boring like this either. Like, I've already got a pretty big points lead in the season, and I don't want to keep winning every race, because then I'm just going to win the race. I mean, I'm going to end up winning the championship easily. And not many people are gonna like me for that.
We have a 15-second gap to the car behind.
15-second gap to the car behind. Okay. Oh, okay. Yep. This race is basically the same amount of boring as the last race. I mean, the Australian Grand Prix was a bit more exciting because, you know, stuff happened, but this race and the previous race have just been boring races. Honestly, I don't want to have another boring race in the season, so maybe in the next race, maybe in the next race I'll just go hardcore and I'll turn the game up to max difficulty just to add to the crazy amount of competition that'll probably be had. But if it is too hard, then I'll just dumb it back down to hard difficulty for the next race. So yeah.
We're now down to our last quarter of a tank. That's 25% fuel remaining.
Alright. By the way, this is the final lap in the race. If you weren't paying attention to the lap counter, you probably were thinking, I know. I've got a excuse me. I've got a 15-second lead over Nico Rosberg. Yeah, I set the difficulty to be too low. The difficulty was obviously meant to be higher than this for this race. I'll make sure next season, when I do the 2015 season to this race, I'll make sure that I set to max difficulty for this race. Same thing with the previous race, because, you know, the race is just too easy. Brakes are too cold, huh? Alright. Well, you see, when I try to brake hard, it usually causes trouble, and I don't know why I was saying that, because we are coming to the checkered flag, which means Yep, 3 wins in a row, all because the difficulty was set too low. But hey, we get our 3rd win of the season and 3rd win of the row. So far, we've been able to sweep every race in the season, but that will probably change in the next race. Yep, there we go. Time to spray the champagne. As F1 drivers always do in victory lane. There's...
Congratulations to Lewis Hamilton on a wonderful drive today. It was a truly world-class performance, underlining his credentials as one of the best British drivers of all time.
Ultimately, it's all about whoever reaches the checker flag first, and today was his day.
Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling installment of this Formula One season.
Alrighty, so there you go. That's it for this season. What? That's it for this season? No. The season's gonna keep going on. That's it for this race, I meant to say. But the season is still going. And I think somebody got a penalty. Yeah. Kevin Megnuthavalavats. I'm not even gonna pronounce his name, or because it's so big. I guess he looks like he got a 5-second penalty for whatever reason. Other than that, that's the only driver who got a penalty. I'm gonna win this race, man. And if we advance, yep, I now have a 30-point lead over whoever that is. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name; it's so complicated. But yeah, next race, this might all change. But that is it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.